What's up YouTube? Welcome back to MMOSWORLD. Today we are going to be taking a look at Dreadlands. This is a new post-apocalyptic sort of strategy game that is just entering open beta on Steam's early access or through the official website. Now, for those of you that haven't heard this game before, it's really new. Again, Dreadlands is a turn-based skirmish strategy game in a shared world where you battle for valuable resource called Golithium. I hope I'm saying that right, or Glow for short. So you'll explore the lush worlds by traveling across its many regions with your misfit gang, and you have settlements to find. There's co-op in here, as the screen shows, endless dungeons, base management. So it's a kind of a hybrid strategy game, and if you're a fan of things like Borderlands and a little bit of XCOM maybe, we'll have to play through this beta and find out. So what we're going to do, we're going to spend 10, 15, 20 minutes checking out the start of the beta here and see what this game is all about. To get into the beta, just head to the Steam store page. Again, type in Dreadlands in the search box. You should see it, and I'm not sure how long it's going to be in early access beta for, and whether or not after launch is it going to be a free-to-play game or a buy-to-play game. The developers, which are Fat Shark and Black Fox Studios, hasn't really given us any details about that. So let's go ahead and read this. Welcome to the early access. Please bear in mind, game's still in development. Be prepared for many features that will be added, like co-op, endless dungeons, base management, Starbacks. I read that as Starbucks actually. Gang faction, full gang faction campaigns, next chapters of the main campaign. So yeah, there is a PvE main campaign here, but PvP is pretty big too, apparently. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. Doesn't appear to have any voice acting, so I'll just read it out. We suffered before finally reaching a golden age of peace and prosperity. It did not last, so civilization as we know it has gone down. The downfall, the Untergang. A close call for our kind, but in time we slowly rose from the ashes. New factions, cultures, and beliefs arose from scarred soil. The Dreadlands, a twisted and torn patchwork of contrasting terrain, is our home. It's the only known source of glow, the wondrous resource constantly fought over by the gangs of the Dreadlands. That's key in all of this, glow. Scrappers, the short-fused riggers. Tribekin, the violent tree huggers. So these are the different gangs in Dreadlands. Scarbacks, the cybernetic newcomers. In fact, I think there's a tussle about to go down right now. Uh-oh. Are we straight away jumping into combat tutorial? That would be fun. So let's go ahead and there we go. Alright, select the gang faction. Starbacks is available in the full game. We have the Tribekin. Let's see, these are nature-worshipping enigmatic powers to command ferocious beasts and deploy mystical totems on the battlefield, known for their mystery of long-range sniping. That's one of the key things about factions. Each of them will have their own strengths and weaknesses. Scrappers, on the other hand, are hot-tempered, renowned for being able to turn any pile of scrap into a lethal weapon, fight by utilizing extraordinary engineering skills, mines, poisons. So I'm going to go for Tribekin. So, mission, Glow Hunt. There's glow in this part, so you can smell it. The wandering trader who owed you a favor wasn't lying. Now all you have to do is get to it first. Where glow sprouts, gangs come looking. A simple fact of life. Ah, there they are. Time to get rid of the competition. Right, so it's a top-down bird's eye view, and yeah, my hunch was kind of right. It reminds me a little bit of XCOM and games like that. Let's see, a fighter starts every turn with 2 action points. Moving inside the white area consists of 1 action points. Okay, running or moving outside the area will end the turn. Okay, so it's basics there. So holding down the right mouse button will rotate the map, and using space you can switch between your fighters. This is my pet bear. That's pretty cool. Use tab to switch focus to the enemy. Ah, so there they are. Yeah, it seems this is very much XCOM light. You can see there's one enemy here that's out of sight, and it does have a shield there, which means it is shielded because they're taking cover behind objects. So I'm going to go to my fighter again, and here's what we're going to do. Since they're up there, and these are like poison barrels, which I'm guessing can be used to hit targets and make some AoE damage. Let's take a look at the AI for a second up here. I kind of like the sort of almost comic book design of this strategy game, Dreadlands. It's very catchy, it's pleasing on the eye. On the top right, you can see the overall health of the two factions that are in this match, Treefoot and Fringe Run Furies. Here we have your two units. And then for your units itself, you can see what sort of weapons we have on us, plus actions that we have. Reload is free action, switch weapons free action, Overwatch. I love Overwatch, especially in games like XCOM, where you can plan for setting up perfect ambushes when the enemy comes closer and you can just wipe them out in one turn. It's almost the perfect thing if you get it right. So I'm hovering over buildings here. You can already see the shield, so that's going to keep you in cover. So I'm going to move my fighter up here with the left mouse button. Let's zoom in and take a look at the graphics too. It's decent. It's reminding me of, you know, Funcom sort of released a game, I think last year, a couple of years ago. I forgot the name of the game, but it's also a strategy game like this, turn-based, but it has a duck, a pig, and I forgot mutant, something mutant. And it's reminding me a little bit about that, but I'm really getting Borderlands stuff here. The Treefoot clutch, I'm not sure why they're showing me this. This is my bear. Oh, right-clicking on it will show you its inventory, what armor it has on, what's in the backpack, melee weapons, the rating. I suppose this is combat rating, its level, and you can get the beta level to a max of 3. Movement, melee, some stats in here, and then what is this? No background, but these are like stats, I suppose. So let's go ahead and move this one also to the side. Let's get some cover. And now that we're done, let's end the turn. Alright, Fringe Run, your turn. Okay, so there's 3 of them now, I see it. And it's taking cover behind that car. The guy on the roof is going to the other container. So if the AI is smart, it will try and flank and get leverage on high positions. I do not see any high positions for me here. Cover, there we go. So the tutorial does teach you about cover. Low cover simply means things that are like half cropped to your chest where you can squat down behind. Something like a fence would be half cover, while high cover or full cover is something when you're completely concealed or blocked off from line of sight. Things like a full wall or behind a house. So stay in cover from possible. Yep. Yeah, I've got thousands of hours in XCOM, so this is not new to me. I'm gonna go ahead and go straight up here, aim for the barrel when I can, and I can poison him. Oh, but he's not in it. As for the bear, it's a lot more difficult because his movement tiles aren't as wide or long as my main fighter guy, so I'm just gonna keep him behind this car here and let him come to us. I'm gonna end the turn. Alright, Fringe, let's see what you got. He's probably gonna flank me or throw a grenade if he has one. Yep, he's sort of flanking, but he's out of cover now, which is interesting. That's not smart either. Oh, he's taking a pop shot. Ooh, missed. Okay, let's see what this guy wants to do. He's gonna go for me too. 10% chance of a hit, and he missed. So now we're going into the combat phase. Let's see what that looks like. I have a 25% chance to hit him. Let's make a ranged attack. Left click on the target when in ranged. Switch to your melee weapon with switch weapons by pressing X. To charge an enemy with a melee weapon, left click on the enemy in range. So I can definitely hit a range. Let's see. For melee, I'm going to do 90% chance. And you can see the preview of how much health he will have left after attacking him, and he's going to have a chunk of health left. So for me, I'm going to stick through where I am and just try and hit him. I'm going to switch to my gun and see 25%, this guy 10%, that guy's too far, 10%. So what I could do is come back here and hit this guy with a 50%. So I want to do that just because I can show off combat real quick. So now I'm still in full cover, by the way. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this guy for 50%. Let's go and do it. Bam. I missed. So yeah, missing is going to be a big part of games like this. So I'm going to now swap to my bear. Let's see where I can go with him. I'm going to bring him this side and maybe come flank that guy right there. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, so far, like, you know, the one thing I'm kind of disappointed by is that when I took a pop shot, it doesn't have that cinematic thing. Like, if you play XCOM and other AAA turn-based strategy games, when you take a shot, it goes into a cinematic view. It views down, it comes down, it shows your character aiming and shooting, and it's more cinematic and feels more actiony, whereas this one, you just take a pop shot from the top and it doesn't really look that appealing. Let's see what the enemy does, and let's see if they do, in fact, have that cinematic stuff. Melee locked. What's this? Once engaged in melee, a fighter is melee locked. If you choose to leave melee, the enemy will get a free attack. So that's sort of new. While melee lock, a fighter can neither use nor be targeted by a ranged weapon. So all I've got is no damage. Oh, okay, because he took out one of my armor paddings. This guy's too close. He's coming? Ah, yeah, they're all just standing there. Right, so I have a 90% chance to hit this guy. Oh, I'm inspired now. What's this? After landing 2 successful attacks, a fighter becomes inspired. When inspired, the next successful attack is critical hit. Sweet. So am I inspired or not? Doesn't look like it, but I'm going to take him down. Hang on, tutorial says press shift for a map overview. You gotta hold down shift to get this. So this is a very cool feature. I like this. Holding shift will show you everything that's on the map right now. All the set pieces, like these poison barrels, which, by the way, I'm sure you can use to shoot it. It's gonna explode at the bottom right of the screen. It actually tells you how much damage that does. 1 damage. And poison should be a dot that happens every turn. So let's go ahead and melee attack this guy. 2 damage there. Now if I hit him again, I'm gonna go into inspired mode, which is going to end up in a critical. Now for this bear, I'm going to go here, going for the flanking maneuver, just get some cover real quick, and then maybe if he's in range, I can take him out. But now, let's see what this guy counterattacks with. I'm zooming in, by the way, so this is nothing cinematic. Ooh, he hit me, and I'm bleeding. And he's inspired because he's hit me twice in a row now. So his next attack is going to be a crit. Okay, I'm pinned because of something. Pinned. When a fighter is hit by a ranged attack, it becomes pinned, and it will start the next turn with only 1 action point. Well, that's tragic. But he missed that one. So pinned can only crawl, so we'll find that out later. Let's just go ahead and finish this guy off, and that should give me Inspire. There we go. So he's down. When a fighter's down, it is badly wounded and incapable of any action. Down fighters can be revived by using bandage or certain gang tactics. A down fighter has a chance to recover on his own at the end of the turn, but maybe stay downed. See, I don't like that. I mean, if you're playing in PvE, especially if there's enemies, when they go down, I prefer them to just die. But if you're playing in PvP, I can understand being in a down state. But in PvE, it just gives you more sort of problems to deal with, which, to be fair, maybe it is an inclusion just to make it more strategic, I suppose. Let's go here. I haven't used my bear yet, which is a little bit of a shame, and he's more like the tank, I think. Should have probably led with him, because if my main fighter dies, it's over for me. I'm still bleeding, and I've got like 3 health left, so... Morale. When a fighter is downed or out of action, their gang's morale meter will be reduced. If the morale falls below the threshold, the gang may panic. Ah, okay, I see. As long as the gang's leader is still in the fight, the gang has a much higher chance of passing the morale test. The morale test will pass if the arrow lands in a colored area. I see. I wonder if that's like a minigame. Alright, this guy has a chance to finish me off if he can. Yeah, he got 1 hit there. I am about to go. Oh, but he's out of ammo. Let's see what this guy tries to do. Oh, he really wants... Okay, so I'm melee locked with the bear now. He's trying to recover, but he failed. And he's dead. Okay, so he only has 1 chance to get back in cover. So it's my turn now. The Fringe Run Furies are almost at half health. I'm gonna see if I have like a bandage or something. I have a gas mask on. I'm bleeding. 2 turns remaining. I'm definitely dead on this guy because I don't have like a healer or anything. But is he out of combat? So I may just make a run for it or stay here. It doesn't matter anyway because I'm going to die with the bleed. So I'm going to come right here and take a pop shot at this leader guy with my rifle. Oh, I'm out of turns. What? Right, I pretty much just killed myself there. That was a bad move. And there's no such thing as, you know, rewind and let's do that again. If you mess up, you mess up. Let's go ahead and take him down with the attack skill that we have. Oh, wow. Wham. He is dead. So I think that was the leader and we took him out. So they are panicked now. And they will have to take a morale test. And if they fail, they'll break and free. Now I'm going to die. So that's my leader there. And my bear's going to go into panic mode. So he can finish me off. It's very easy. I'm in cover. Oh, they failed the morale test. No way. Unreal. Okay, I know it's a tutorial and it's, you know, sort of made to be easy so new players can understand the mechanics, but in that situation, I don't know if that little mini game with the whole pin moving left to right, whether you have control over it, when do you click to stop, or is it totally randomized? But in that situation, any sort of shot will kill my leader and put us into panic mode as well, so that's a strange one. Anyway, it's a victory, good fight, the glow is yours for the taking, but get a move on before more show up, harvest the glow, and head back home. So that is the combat tutorial. Glow, a material so valuable it forms the base of the entire Dreadlands economy. So I'm wondering if this will be used for base management and upgrades. Its raw form offers only a tiny fraction of the enigmatic material's potential. To unlock the true power of Glow, it needs to be refined, a capability only possessed by 3 rival corporations. I wonder if those are gangs too. Impetus, the scions of the city. Oh, is this where we get to pick like a base, a home base? Junction, the hardened survivors. And Senescent Glory. Senescent Glory. The okay, I'm not a fan of totalitarian cults. Towering to the northwest. Skyspire, a forbidden city. A city whose highest towers are home to reclusive gods, all-powerful, enigmatic, and feared. I'm getting sort of Adelita, Battle Angel vibes with this. The Spire gods are worshipped by the Ministry, the dominant religion in the area. But the Dreadlands is not ruled by anyone. It's at constant war with itself, fueled by the discordant nature of the innumerable gangs. So go on, hurry back to your hideout with your newfound glow, lest a bigger dog in the pound will wrest it from your grasp. These sort of storytelling, scene-setting, visual cutscenes are nice to look at. They're fun, and they're written in a way that doesn't really give you too much to worry or ponder about. So this is the hideout now. Welcome to your hideout. This is your base of operations in the Dreadlands. Barracks unlocked. There you go. So now you can view and equip your fighters, so you get to recruit more faction gang member types. In the barracks, you can inspect your fighters and their inventories, switch gear, and train your fighters once they level up. Let's go check out the barracks real quick. There we go. Dark Gorgers. What I'm running alongside my tackler, but there's also Fire Hunter, and you can see their stats here: melee skill, amount of squares the soldiers can move, so ability, and then range skill. Again, the gang I picked is all ranged and pets. You can also recruit more. Nice, Wind Peak and stuff like that, but they all require cash. So cash is up here. Credits. Use credits. Not sure how to get a credit. There's scrap metal, so there is a crafting system, medical supplies, and of course, glow. And then that looks like a PvP icon or something. Yep, there we go. There is PvP, by the way. There's a ranked mode and a casual mode, of course. So, and I also kind of like this. So in other sort of turn-based strategy games, let's take XCOM, for example. You only have like a static home base. Like, for example, in XCOM 2, you have the Avenger, I think it's called, which is the big ship. And you can't really move in it. You just click, and it's almost like a total different mini-game where you build different facilities and everything. Here in Dreadlands, you actually get to move with your character and see things. And I'm assuming once you unlock all these other features, they come alive and your home base kind of grows with you. So I do like that. Aesthetically, it looks really decent, by the way, the graphics. This looks to be like a quest of something. Let's go talk to him real quick. Gather around, stalwart tribe. By the wisdom of the All-Mother, I've been gifted the insight and inspiration for an illustrious endeavor. You have our attention.
This is where we are right now.
Alright, I'm hearing some background voices, but it appears that it's just jumbled up words. Envoy traveling to nearby lands, visit tribe games, We must venture and find the envoy. So I guess this is like the start of the sort of PvE campaign, which I don't want to spoil because we're still in the open beta, and we should get a full release on Steam pretty soon. So this is like the quest end. Your druid Leafhound has asked you to find an envoy, a rare special entity, being an agent working directly with the archdruids. So I guess every faction, because of our background story, will have different style of starting campaign, maybe. We'll see. But this is how you get cash and flak, which is an armor piece, and you can equip this on your units. So now that I have that quest, it's a contract. They're called contracts. I suppose you'll go out in the world and do it. Now I wonder if there's a screen for that, or you just casually walk out of the base. I can't go beyond that, but you got to complete more missions to unlock it. Back to the barracks again. Let's see if we can... Well, we can't really recruit much, but... For inventory, view and edit your fighters. Yeah, I don't really have much to do in the inventory, unfortunately. Let's see if any of the hotkeys work. Friends. Oh, yeah, that's your Steam friends, of course, because I'm playing from Steam. Yeah, I'm not sure where the editing loadout screen is, but right now, as you guys can see, I've got like 4 units total. And the leader's border is in gold. So, okay, we have the quest. Let's see what we can do with it. Ooh, cash shop. Yeah, so now you can buy stuff like ammo. And ammo is important because, if you remember, I did use my Dark Gojer Shaman to shoot at the enemy in the tutorial, so that used 1 ammo. So I'm going to need to buy additional ammo. So I'm going to click right click to buy. So that's ammo in the gang inventory. You can get axes, bandages is going to be important. So I guess hit the shops. Spit gun, nice. So gear does have rarity as well, as you can see. Blue border simply means traits burst and reliable. So that means it doesn't break. And the reason I say there's going to be breaking is because there's a repair kit in here. So the more you use a weapon, the more likely it is to break. So and I found the exit, by the way. You just go down south, and this is where you exit and do some more main missions. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have to show off in the beta. We can't let the video go over 30 minutes. So look, I'm gonna say this: Dreadlands is looking like a decent strategy game for those of you that are fans of the 4-tile type game, turn-based strategy games like XCOM and Xenonauts and things like that. I really like it. It's very visual in a way that those other games are too, but it has its own post-apocalyptic style. It may not be that cinematic when it comes to combat, but I do like some of the mechanics in here. They have all the things that you'd want: Overwatch, bleeds, it looks like environmental effects, poisons, and I hope there's going to be environmental destruction with the maps and everything. We'll have to wait and see at full launch whether it is procedurally generated, which is always fun, Or are we going to be looking at the same map, settings or design all over again? Because that will be boring as hell, and it's one of the Achilles heels of these types of strategy games. It's just reusing assets and seeing the same boring setups in almost all missions. I do like there's PvE and PvP. The campaign is there. There's plenty of factions to pick from, different types of units, and the way they play. So if you want to check it out, go to Steam, search up Dreadlands, and play through the open beta. I'm not sure how long it's going to run for, but it is going to be launching soon, so go check it out, wishlist it if you want to. That's it from us. Hit the like button and subscribe to MMOSWORLD if you want to see more stuff like this. Check out our website at MMOSWORLD.com for all kinds of stuff about MMOs, RPG games, strategy games, shooter games. As long as it's online and you can play with PvP or PvE co-op, we got it covered. So that's it from us. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.